Mr. Hatman unlocked the castle door again. He let the kids inside and stopped them once they passed the threshold in the main hall. Never ever leave the castle the same way you got in. Haven't you learned anything? He banned them from ever leaving the castle through the front door again. Magnus already felt stupid. He had been so afraid of Scream that he froze and practically left Linda to her destiny, so Mr. Hatman had to come and save them both. "You killed her?" Magnus asked. "No, she can't be killed that way. She's as old as life itself. She's insanity." "Go to your rooms and stay there," Mr. Hatman ordered. "And here, take these paintbrushes and don't lose them. You own the same gift as I do. Go to your rooms and you, Magnus, paint both of you dinner. I will call you down when I know how we should solve this." Magnus helped Linda up the stairs, and Linda asked him outside her door, "Can I sleep in your room tonight?" "I'm afraid." Magnus looked at Linda. He was very much in love with her, and he knew that he would give his own life to save her. Still, he froze and did nothing in the time of need. He didn't feel like a hero or someone to depend on. He wanted to say no, Linda. Why should she feel safe with him when she almost died because of what he didn't do? Magnus is just about to tell Linda how he feels and tell her that she can't trust him, when he saw the look in her eyes. They weren't as full of life as before. They didn't smile. They just looked very sad. "Okay, yes, of course you can," he said. "I guess you're hungry too." He tore the big blanket off the bed and made it cozy on the floor again. "What do you think? I guess I'll have to paint our food and the fireplace myself this time. Are you ready for a long night, because I think I will fail repeatedly?" Linda laughed a little. "Take your time," she said. Magnus took one of the brushes and spun it between his fingers like he usually does. "Be macaroni and cheese," he said, and pretended to throw droplets of colors in the air. Nothing happened. "Be macaroni and cheese," he said much louder this time. Nothing happened. The feeling of being a failure awakened again, and he threw the paintbrush as hard as he could toward the wall. "It's no use. I'm worthless like I've always been." Magnus raged at the futility of it all, which made something happen to the brush. As it was flying through the air, macaroni and cheese came off it in all directions, and when the brush hit the wall, so did a full pot of food. Linda and Magnus said nothing at first. They just stared at the wall, at the paintbrush, and all the macaroni and cheese everywhere. Then they looked at each other and burst out laughing. "It worked," Linda said. "Yes, let's try something else," Magnus suggested. He picked the paintbrush up again. "What do you want, Linda?" he asked. Linda were chewing on some of the macaroni that was spilled all over the bedroom. I want fruit. Yes, I want an orange." Magnus waved the paintbrush in the air as if it was a magic wand, and then he threw pretend spells around the room, screaming, "Orange, orange, orange." "I think we have to repeat the exact same thing you did with the macaroni and cheese," Linda said. "You tried to paint food. It didn't work. Then you got frustrated because you couldn't save me from Scream." Magnus looked at Linda. "You knew?" Linda gave Magnus a hug again. "You didn't run the other way. You tried to stop me. You got yourself locked on the outside. You still didn't run away. You almost threw up when Mr. Hatman asked you to stick paintbrushes in Scream's eye sockets. Magnus, I know this world must be as crazy for you as it is for me, and you didn't run away. You are brave. We just need to practice more." Magnus took a deep breath. "When I say now, you step on my foot and I call out for orange." Linda was excited. This would probably work, but they would need to come up with something smarter soon. They both got ready. 1, 2, now! Linda jumped down from the bed on Magnus's foot, and as Magnus screamed orange in pure pain, an orange was shot out from nowhere and went like a torpedo across the room toward the lion Copperhead above his bed, and as quickly as a serpent, the head swallowed the orange. "Oh, it's a lock," Linda whispered. Magnus limped toward the head above the bed. "I don't know. Is it really a lock? Nothing has opened." Magnus went closer and leaned toward the Copperhead, so close that he practically almost touched it with his nose. "Boo!" the head suddenly said, and scared Magnus to fall backwards on his bed. "I am not a door. I am a Copperhead, a serpent, a snake. I wasn't even disguised as a lion doorknob, such insolence." The copperhead snake slithered out his hole and down the wall. "I have a snake in my room," Magnus hissed back. Linda started to jump around and climbed up on a cupboard on the other side of the room. "I won't eat you infantile beings from the other round, and I will not attack you, so you can ease up a bit. You did give me an orange, that means you want me to do something for you." Magnus shuffled backward and away from the copperhead in the same pace the snake crawled toward him. "No, I'm pretty sure I didn't want anything, it was a mistake." The snake makes a loop over Magnus' head and hisses, "No one makes a mistake with a copperhead and survives. You gave me an orange, not an apple, and you didn't feed me your curious fingers when you saw me. You gave me an orange. Sss. What may I do for you?" Magnus thought strangely enough that it sounded logical. But what did he want with the copper snake? "I want to know how to get out of the castle without Scream getting to know about it," he finally said. Linda looked surprised. "Why?" Magnus got up on his feet and pushed the snake away. "Because I need to get home," he said. "I'm worried about Mom." The snake hissed again. "Shh! Go down. As far as you can in the castle, and when you reach the cellar, look for a leaking pipe. Find the greasy puddle made from the leaking pipe and jump down into it. That would take you close enough to your mother, but remember, you can't return the same way you came. Enter is always only one direction. Shh! Never enter what you already left." The copperhead slithered up beside Linda as she sat on the cupboard. "Shh! I would stay in the castle if I were you." Then the snake crawled back into the wall and became a copper ornament again. Magnus never thought to bring his little suitcase when they left Misty Lantern. It is still with his mom at the hospital. He knew he would need it soon. He could feel it in his entire body. He also felt the same thing as when Scream caught Linda. He knows something is about to go down at home, and he is the only one who can fix it. Magnus turned to Linda. "Don't tell Mr. Hatman that I've gone. I must do this alone. It's my world, and Mr. Hatman doesn't care for Mother the way I do. They're only weird friends or something, and he doesn't have any real powers there." Linda nodded and gave Magnus a kiss. "It's for good luck," she said.